Cybersecurity is major risk. You know, there's nothing, I guess I haven't been to any audit committee meeting where there hasn't been some discussion, education reports from management. But be interested, maybe from Mylene and John, your thoughts of what you're seeing as the best way to get your hands around this. And I think everyone is still struggling around this. I've heard about, let's get an expert on, let's set up a separate committee to get on this because it comes so quickly, etc. But your thoughts on what boards and audit committees should be doing in this important area?
Well, you know, I think there are consultants available to help. You know, most audit committee members are not experts in cybersecurity, but there are a lot of people out there who are, and they're available. I think most of the, if not all the boards that I'm on, we've had somebody come in and talk to us, but even more importantly, people who have come in and done assessments of management's readiness and our systems and where the loopholes are. And you know, there's almost nobody that hasn't been tested in this area by outsiders, and also what your risk is from insiders and how carefully you're training your people. Are they really aware of what can happen? Are they clicking on attachments they shouldn't be? You know, all kinds of very simple things. But I think that you know, you've got to know where you need help, and this is one of the areas which I think boards could really benefit from external help.
John,
yeah, I agree wholly with Eileen. You know, in our case, as the board was contemplating having somebody come in and talk to us about cyber risk and where we might be exposed, and that actually hasn't happened yet, one of our board members said, let's not rush to do that. Let's do it. But in the meantime, we better get on with getting somebody from the outside to take a look at where we might be exposed, and we really can't wait. And so I agree fully that you know, most organizations aren't going to have the internal expertise to be able to test themselves, but there is expertise there. And so in our case, we've already moved in that direction. That's happening. There's already an action report coming from it that will go to our risk committee even before the board is told the obvious when somebody comes in and speaks to us about the importance of being ready for cyber attack in some way.
So this is clearly an area where it's going to be evolving in terms of how to get your hands around it. And as you said, David, you know, all companies are going to be subject to some sort of attack, whether they know it or not. And perhaps a key aspect is resilience, because you can't block it all. I thought interesting thing about the cyber insurance. So it almost sounds like a useful exercise to go through to size the issue and then make a decision on that. You know, I wonder sometimes, there was one director told me, gee, went out, we got cyber insurance, and then the report came back to the board that everything's good now, it's low risk because we now have cyber insurance. And I guess, David, your point was it's broader than that, right?
I think it's broader than that. I also think that you have to realize that getting cyber insurance is not going to protect your reputation. Right. So it may help defray some out-of-pocket costs, but still, your brand and everything that goes with that is not protected.
I know on this topic we can go on a long time. We just scratched the surface. Cybersecurity is huge, outsourcing and whatnot, but we wanted to introduce it and get audit committees thinking about what they do probably into 2006 and beyond.